Hi, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role playing games with friends. This is part of Star Wars Saturdays, an ongoing anthology tabletop role playing campaign that I've been running for over 3 years now for the Gauntlet community. The Gauntlet is an online group of a small press, indie, and OSR style tabletop role playing games. And every month in Star Wars Saturdays, I offer up a new RPG system. Sometimes it'll be the same system that I ran maybe 6, 8, 12 months ago, but it will be something new for the month. Folks will RSVP on the Gauntlet's special page and then gather together, make characters, and we tell a story in the universe that is Star Wars. Often we'll see repeated characters. We might see that here. But sometimes we see brand new characters and we tell their story at various points of time. From a timeline perspective, vis-a-vis the media of Star Wars you may be familiar with, we're somewhere after Return of the Jedi. So the Emperor has died for sure. He fell down a hole in a Death Star that blew up, so he's totally gone. No need to worry. But not quite out as far out as Mandalorian, which is supposed to be like 5-ish years past. So the New Republic is being built like on the fly as we go, trying to push out the last bits of the Empire because there are a number of remnants of the Empire that are still in power. And the game that we are playing this month in June of 2021 is a variant, as we've had to hack this hack quite a bit, but it is using the Paragon system created by John Harper and Sean Nittner, originally for the Agon, the game of Agon or Agon. I don't know how. It's pretty. It's a really pretty game about Greek mythological heroes, but it's been reskinned via John Harper Patreon thing called Storm Furies. So we're running Star Wars Storm Furies. And Storm Furies, actually, while it is space opera, is much more of a Battlestar Galactica thing than a Star Wars thing. So we've gently reskinned the reskinned. So I heard that you like reskin, so we put a reskin in your reskin. Is that boring enough? It is. It is so boring. But that's me talking shop. So before we introduce our characters and jump back into things, let me remind you, we do have safety tools. We have lines and veils, and then ask first. Ask first meaning it could be okay, but check in with the play group before we introduce that fiction. All of those are marked on our character keeper, which is this cool Google sheet that we all have access to. It's better than character sheets. I'm just saying it. Character keeper, better than character sheets. Physical character sheets, because I played a live game just recently, and it was very discombobulating not to be able to look at everybody's sheets all at one time. But anyway, so in the character keeper, we've already marked some lines and veils and ask firsts. But on top of that, we also have the X card in case there is a situation we weren't prepared for. I didn't know I needed to line that thing until right now. And feel free to use the X card. Just indicate X card, say X card, drop it in chat, whatever you need to do to communicate it. If any one of us notice that somebody else is X carded and Rich hasn't seen it yet, just say, hey, Rich, I think an X card's been played. We pause play for a moment. I check in. I may ask you what was X carded if it's not clear to me, and just to be above board, I was public school educated, so sometimes I don't always get it. So I'll check in with you just to make sure I understand what it is. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to explain why you X-carded. I just want to know what's the content. And then we may take a break situationally. We'll just make a quick judgment call, or we may just keep going, roll forward. And if that X-carded thing causes us to hitch for a moment, we'll just check in with the table, come up with a different way. We've got 4 beautiful brains here. I guarantee this will not be an impediment to our fun. And your safety is way more important than any canon that we have here. So don't worry about it. X card anything that you feel the need to. I respect you as a person to guard that safety. It's important to me. So with all of that out of the way, let's get to know our pilots, because the setup for the game, in case it's your first time here, and if it is, you're going to see a much more streamlined version of the game than the previous two, because we've continued to tweak it as we play. Is that we're at a Starfighter Academy, the first New Republic Starfighter Academy after Palpy's dead, all that good stuff. So we have a number of academy instructors, and there are some instructor pilots. And the idea is the very Top Gunny kind of basic training deal of cadets who are going through trying to pursue, because the highest ranked pilot of this class will receive the Dark Lighter trophy. And that's, of course, fun. And then the last little bit before we introduce our pilots, you'll notice that we are one few, if you've seen the previous two. And that's Buttercup, played by Brandon. Brandon's unable to join us this week. Hopefully he'll be back next week. I hope everything's working out for you, Brandon. All right, so let's go from left to right in our character keeper. And if you could introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your character, which means we start with Greg. You're up.
Hey, I'm Greg. I use he, him pronouns. I'm playing Vico Kesmu, aka Rakghoul. Rakghoul is the lowest ranking member of the squadron, a fresh face, starting to kind of earn his keep. Last hop kind of went a little bit against orders, was ordered to help with the attack of the Gazanti freighter, but instead turned and defended the squadron because he felt that was the right thing to do. And it was, or we would have died. That's at least what Vico's saying to the Kai command. He also is usually flying with his astromech, R5-2T, who does most of the flying. Vico is not a skilled pilot, but he's a skilled programmer, and was apparently at the Battle of Endor. Kind of made that one up, helping with the droid pool on Home 1, which is interesting.
What is Home 1? My Star Wars kin is weak.
Home 1 is the large Mon Calamari cruiser that was headed by Admiral Akbar.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you very much, Greg. Steven, you're up next.
Hi, I'm Steven. My pronouns are he, him, and today I'm playing Ilko Threnali, or call sign Hound, which is easier. Also, pronouns he, him. And Hound was an officer that got docked for some reason, and it's a little bit gruff with the new kids in the flight suit and all that kind of stuff, and still trying to figure out how far he can push that whole leadership thing. So
awesome. Thank you so much, Steven. Last but not least, Joe, you're up.
Hey, I'm Joe, Jolene, she, her, they, them. I'm playing, if anyone has seen me in a Star Wars Saturday before, then you know that I'm playing possibly the most often recurring character of Janilla Jantek, call sign Star Dancer. I don't know how many other characters recur, but I want to meet them, I guess. She's done a lot in the universe. Somehow she is a lieutenant junior grade in the military, probably past service with the Republic, doing some stuff.
If Lando Calrissian can be a general, then
that's fair.
Star Dancer could be a lieutenant junior. Damn it!
Yep. Lots of promotional material beforehand. Some getting promotions that way. So, and, a lot of people do not expect much of her because of her past, I guess.
Her past is wild and varied.
Yep. It's like
bounty hunter.
They mostly forget a lot of that things just because she's now just a Holovid star, as most people remember her for.
People tend to forget that she led a criminal organization for a brief period of time on Tatooine because of that holodess. She's definitely a multicultural, cosmopolitan individual. It's delightful. All the hats that she has worn in the Star Wars milieu. Good stuff. Awesome. Cool. So we had ended the second hop at the end of last session and began the phase known as R&R. And we've actually gotten quite a bit through the R&R. Commendations, expressions, and recovery have all happened. As a reminder, once you hit the burnout phase, everything past burnout is permanent. You can't heal it. during recovery. Now, I wanted to check in with you all as players on a particular question, just to make sure that we're all comfy. Because at this point, like, we're flying without a net with Storm Furies. So, if you charge an expression, you can heal a burn, right? Do we want to say that you can only heal a burn before burnout? I don't even think it's necessarily going to be pertinent to this game. We got 2 sessions left. You're gonna have to really breakneck pace to even get near the last of the track. But I was just curious for your general opinion. Do you feel that a charged expression healing burn should be only pre-burnout, or should be anything?
I mean, the burnout track is permanent, right? Like, that's the thing. It cannot be healed. But like, can charged expressions be used to heal at any time?
I think certainly.
Okay.
My reading of it, and I could be totally wrong, as you said, flying without a net, was that a charged expression could be used instead of marking burn. When
that's
you would
cool.
mark burn,
that's what it says.
unmark
but
one of your charged expressions. That's how I read it, and that way it could be used to prevent burning out more. But
that's really cool. Yeah. I'm glad I asked this question, because that's a much better use. Steven, what are your thoughts?
I don't have strong thoughts. The only concern there is it makes, if you do it the way that Greg mentioned, it makes the decision a lot more difficult, because it's like, oh, if I mark that burn, I'm a little bit closer to an advance. Oh, but I can reduce that by burning a charge, and yeah. So I like that difficult decision part. Yeah.
Cool. So we are saying charged expressions can be used instead of burn. That totally makes sense and is really smart.
So,
cool.
Follow-up question: the agony box from Aegon, is that permanent? Like, it's like the separate burnout box.
I think so.
I don't know.
I think once you enter agony, it is permanent from that point forward.
That's the part that confused me.
Pivot point where, okay, this is it. You've hit that, and then everything after that is going to continue to mark, and then you clear out the stuff above, and when you fill up the stuff above, then you jump to the next point down the track, is the way I understand, which I think is the closest thing to Ag on first edition. Steve, is like the positioning is the agony track.
Gotcha.
Yeah, cool. So fun. We're going to mix some role playing in this game with R&R. So social. Each pilot chooses another pilot or other personnel. 2 players narrate a vignette of their character socializing alone or together, or a squadron in their rec room. By the way, you don't have to narrate a vignette. You can actually talk in character. I'm breaking the rules. I know. This is not what the game expects, but this is what we like. So, let's go in order of rank. Right. So the highest rank and highest glory would be Lieutenant Junior grade Ilko Finale.
That's right. Of course, I'm the highest rank now that Buttercup is, has called in ill. And I think so. I'd like to congratulate Janella Stardancer on a successful mission on the infiltration, and compliment her on how well she did with the I like the way you moved back there on the ship. I mean, you had you cleared things out in a way that is better than your rank would normally show.
So where's this at? Let's set the scene. I like that.
Let's say this is over a meal.
Over a meal. Awesome. Is this a meal like in the mess hall across like the little tables and everything? Or did you catch up to her at, say, I'm trying to find the name of our, the Hard Luck Cantina, or where do you think this meal's taking place? You get to set this.
This is in the mess hall. Yeah.
This
is, awesome. Just grabbed food and then, sat down at the little bench area and good job. Yeah, that's great.
And just so I have a mental picture, if you guys hopefully everybody's seen the movie Aliens. If you haven't, just stop playing and go watch that because it's going to be way better. It's the best ever. But if you remember, they had those almost like picnic table type deals, so people could be a little cliquish, but you're all still, you could just speak loud and everybody could hear you type deal. So yeah, imagine metal picnic tables. Ilko comes to sit across from you, Star Dancer, and go. Sorry, I keep interrupting. I won't anymore.
No, it's good. It's good to set the scene. So basically, we hear that bang as the tray hits the table, and Hound kind of sits down and looks over at Janella and is like, "Good job back there," and says it loud enough that everybody hears.
I'm just looking around. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. Just by looking at you, I wouldn't have thought that you could have handled the soldiers on that ship as well as you did.
Really? Well, I'm glad that I was able to exceed your expectations.
I think there's some strength behind the beauty there that others might not notice.
Well, I think I agree with you. I'm more than just a pretty face. I know that.
It's good that you hide that you're more than just a pretty face
I mean,
until it's too late for some. Because if your opponents don't know what to expect from you, you have quite an advantage there.
I don't know if I hide it so much. I think it's mostly people just don't look past the surface, or they don't read too deep into others' files, I guess.
You're taking
You don't know much about me, do you?
No, of course not.
Okay.
I don't. Other people have said something about like a holovid thing or something, but I don't watch those things. So
okay, well that's fine,
Yeah. I thought, to be honest, I thought they'd put you on our crew just for show, to make it an advertisement, to shoot things and that kind of stuff.
I mean, they probably did.
So Trash is currently sitting by somebody else with a big pile of food on his tray. And he's got a data pad and he's pulling up the little like holovid advertisement with Star Dancer like flying across and smiling. And yeah.
But I mean, I was working with the Alliance before I became a quote unquote holovid star. So, or after, I don't remember.
Nice. So yeah. Maybe we should. I'll have to think about that. We should take advantage of that in some way, so that I think that gives not just you, but also the rest of the flight crew an advantage as what not to expect. I mean, I saw you on that ship.
Well, there's the difference. Like when we're dealing mostly in our ships, we all do what we can, but like in a ground assault, I can easily hold my own. I've been through plenty. I can handle myself.
Yeah, you've shown it.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
What's your background?
Wow.
Before you decide to sign up for this.
Yeah. I think so basically, you see whenever you ask that, Hound's face gets kind of like sullen all of a sudden, and he kind of you kind of feel the walls come up a little bit, like, and you ask before I signed up for this, and there's actually a snort with those little lips and everything that go, signed up. Yeah. Well,
it wasn't a draft, so not for this.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't. You haven't looked up much about my background either.
No, I don't. Why would I?
Yeah.
Because then if I did, we wouldn't be able to have this conversation.
True.
Like obviously you held yourself, but like, do you have a good? What's your gun of choice? Unless you're like a vibra knife or a sword.
I like getting up in people's faces, and so most melee weapons are sometimes just my fists. are good for me. And you know, I'm glad you didn't notice whenever I was trying to give commands whenever maybe I shouldn't have been.
So wait, if you like getting up close, what was that thing with you and Rakghoul the other day? After
Well,
we had, when,
at the
remember
bar?
when we had our fight over in whatever the place
In the
is called?
bar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and he leaned forward almost conspiratorially and said, I have no problem with the fighting. I have a problem with the publicity.
Oh, but
I mean, officers, especially officers as promising as Rakghoul, need to maintain themselves in front of the other soldiers.
yeah, sure. But the without the publicity, then who's gonna know? How will he? How will anyone come closer to winning the trophy that everybody keeps bragging about if nobody knows about it?
I'm not sure the trophy is the important thing here.
Yeah,
The
well,
important thing is you getting in and out, and our fellow soldiers, our crew, getting in and out alive.
yeah, on a mission, yes. We're not on a mission. People need to unwind. Like we need to, that's what the trophy represents, like the morale of everyone. Like we're not actually literally trying to stab each other in the back. If they are, I don't think they're going to win the trophy if they literally try to stab someone. But I mean, if you have no problem getting up close in private, then you should have no problem doing it in public. Maybe you and I should go at it sometime. Let's see how good you are.
I think at that he kind of stiffens a little bit. He's like, maybe you have a few things to learn after all. Let me know when you're ready to go, and I'll meet you in the gym.
I finished my meal.
Right. So I think so. Then, if you're ready,
Yeah.
uh,
Always.
yeah, Hound will like slam the plate down on the ground on the metal table, make a noise, and
And
get
of
up and
course,
head off
like
towards the gym.
we're getting louder and louder, so I'm gonna make sure there's a crowd.
Yeah.
It's just not in the canteen.
Yeah,
Right.
we're about to have that moment from the Matrix where they're like, Neo's fighting it. Like everybody cramples out of the mess hall to go follow the two of you as you're walking out to the gym to work out your aggressions. I think this will be for a D8 of glory because everyone's around and watching, right? This wasn't, but it was a D6 from before. By the way, I retroactively went back and rolled to see what glory would be awarded for the previous fight. And so now I'm rolling a D8. I'm going to roll like crap, by the way. Sorry. I'm just apologizing ahead of time. But, you know, that's how it is. All right. Glory for fighting. A 4. You guys will be contesting for 4 glory. The person who suffers will get 1 glory. And perhaps the knowledge of all of your fellow cadets that you were a loser. Loser.
Rakghoul has placed a bet on Hound to win.
Oh, man. Fuzz, Shorebecca will absolutely take that bet.
Bet on me, okay.
Yeah. Fuzz is a big fan of Star Dancer.
All right, so who should build the dice pool first?
Lowest rank.
Okay, yeah, that's me.
Lowest
All right.
rank / glory, essentially the same.
So D6, because the name, right? Call
Mhm.
sign D6. Close assault. Would commando count for this?
I think so, right? Yeah, feels like it.
D6 for that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going, well, actually. All right. So Because basically I'm trying to do a lot of the subterfuge stuff, like faking them out as I like feint left, go right, just to add my operations die in there.
All right.
And then I'm gonna spend a burn.
Ooh, look at you pushing
To,
yourself to burn again.
yeah, of course. You tell me how to get advances. I'm gonna try to get those advances. So then I'm gonna do this by adding my social skill by like really like getting the crowd, hyping up the crowd as like we're circling each other, cutting promos on them.
Promos. Oh, it's a little
It's like, is
wrestling.
that all you got? Is that all they teach you back on wherever you pass basic
Oh
training?
man, so you're doing ops and command with that burn? That
Yeah.
is a heck of a die pool. So 2d6, 2d8 looks like, right?
Do I want to add another? Nah, I think I'm good with that. Because I don't think scout plays in at all with infiltration intelligence gathering.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So I'll just roll these 4 dice.
Just those 4.
So 8 and a 6.
Okay, so 14 is what you've got to beat. Hound, let's see it. Build your die pool.
Okay, so I've got a D6. Let's see.
Call
A
sign.
D6 for call sign, a D8 for commando, and I'll spend burn because I think that let's see, one of these is fighting close combat, so that would be tactical, right? So that's another D6. I can spend another burn for another.
Or a charge.
We don't have any charges.
Yeah, you don't have any charges because you're not into Starfighter.
Yeah, we're not
No,
on a
the,
mission.
the charged expression.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Good call. Thank you.
Let's see. Now I got a D6, and just to even it out, I'm gonna have a. I'm gonna add in. I think during the fight, just to piss you off, I'm teaching you like. I'm telling you, a good commander does this and tells his crew to do this. So I'm basically trying to make this look like a lesson. So I'm going to bring in command, which is another D8, which makes us on the same footing. I don't think I'll get nearly as good a die roll as you have, but let's see. I think that's it.
All right. Let's see it.
Same.
That's a 14. That's a tie. Right?
Yeah. 8 and 6. It's the exact same roll.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a tie?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Oh,
So I don't
tie.
know what the rules actually say about ties, but narratively,
Well, like,
I really like the idea that we just call it a draw.
so I'll spend burn to quote unquote get narrative control, but like,
Oh, well, actually, you could instead of spend burn, why don't you spend a bond?
oh yeah, okay, I'll totally do that. So I just want the narrative control where, like, we're going back and forth, and you're clearly bigger, you're stronger, and I've got like I know some stuff, but basically what ends up happening is like you grab me, but I flip you down, but like it looks like you slammed me down and pinned me down as I'm putting you over. Like
Okay.
everybody thinks you win, but
Oh!
you.
Oh, but everybody except for me.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that you slam me down, but everybody else thinks I win. I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
And, I don't know that the glory means as much to me. I mean, so we could split the glory. I don't know that I'm
No, like the thing I think why like they think you get the glory because you
Yep.
quote
You get the
unquote
glory.
won. Like that's like the public perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Oh man! And then Rakul, you turn to Fuzz to get your credits, and Fuzz looks at you. The hand's
What?
over.
No. The pin is what counts.
Yeah.
But yeah, like after they disperse, like, because that's what a crowd's gonna do once it's over. Like we like in private, like, see, it's about them. See how much fun everyone had. Now they're thinking less about the possibility that they might lose their life.
$51 glory. Hound is now the lead in 39 for our Zeltron.
Oh, I
Oh,
had
I already added
added
mine.
Oh, you had? Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'll undo. There we go.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm glad I said that out loud.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Are you good?
Yeah, I think that's good.
No, this is Janella asking Hound.
So I think that you say it's about them and them not knowing, not thinking about them going to die right away and then feeling good. And I think Hound doesn't say anything. He's just silent. You probably get a sense of disapproval, but that's probably it. He doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're on mute.
And per the R&R, each of you get a bond with each other. So Star Dancer, you get that bond that you just burnt back. Selling the flip, like mixing a little wrestling there. That was great.
I thought about this last year. I'm like, I want to keep fighting people, and even when I win, I'm gonna lose.
And I think that Star Dancer losing, like Fuzz is super disappointed. But there are a number of people who didn't think Star Dancer would have won anyway, and they kind of scoff at her loss. And this is definitely a hot topic.
Oh,
now.
And narratively, Hound dresses them down.
Ooh, anybody who says, yeah, well, oh, nice. That's
That
interesting.
Janella wasn't, Janella was going to lose all the time and, all of that. And Hound stands up and says, no, you need to learn your lesson from what you just saw. Take a note. Janella's not to be messed with. It takes, inspiring message here. Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
fighting above her weight class, knowing.
That's right.
Interesting. I like it. Cool. So since we're doing it high rank down, Joe, for Star Dancer, you get to choose who would you like a scene with in your R&R?
Well, I guess Rackle, right? Like,
Fun.
yeah, if we're doing it in order.
Sure. You can do it whatever order you want.
Let's say Rackle. Let's go to Lux. There's this new club that opened.
Ooh, I'm adding that to the NPCs and places.
Lux. This is aboard the Crucible Station.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're allowed off or not.
Let's say it's aboard
Probably
Crucible
not.
Station.
That would be our luck. Yeah, Rackle, I think nice. So Janella has like clubbing wear.
Yep.
And Vico does not have that. He goes into like his not PT, what's the is it PT, the physical whatever we work out in.
Oh yeah. PE.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, PE. Yeah.
Your workout clothes.
Your workout clothes.
And she's looking at you. I'm like, no, that's not.
It's all I got. I didn't bring a whole lot. I got my flight suit.
Give me a
I've
few
got
minutes,
this.
and I'll like, and like she's gonna like start like pull out like a pair of scissors and making adjustments and stuff, and like talking to other people. Hey, can we borrow this?
Did you do your own costumes on the hull of it?
No, I mean, no, I mean, I have an eye for what I like, but I didn't. It was a funded show. The Republic funded it until we were shut down for subversive messages or something. I don't remember.
So if Vico will put on this new outfit, And a little uncomfortable in it, but he's like, okay, yeah, I get it, I guess.
This is not your and we're at the club.
It's
and
a lot of thigh. Is it normally this much thigh?
I mean, you do all the squats, you should be showing off.
Okay. Can R5 come too?
I think, yeah, no, droids are allowed in Lux.
In the club, just not the cantina. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Sure.
Cantina owner's droidist.
Oh, I love this. Because I love the idea of it for Glory. Is there a dance competition?
Of course. Of course.
All competition all the time.
Yes.
All competition all the time. It's like, yeah, I guess it's like opening night of Lux. Hi. I don't know if you hear her yowling.
It's all
Okay.
good.
Yep,
It's
that's
all
Okay.
good.
Was that my loft?
Yeah,
cat?
so that's a loft cat. Yeah, there's a loft cat at the Lux.
DJ
Oh,
loft cat.
that's a lovely cyberpunk kind of bar. I love it. So yeah, I think there's just like it's like a whatever dancing you do in Star Wars. Is there like a low G dance floor or something?
Yeah, like I heard like they're gonna try to get sliced noodles here next week.
Oh man, love sliced noodles.
Yeah, she's pretty good. She's fine.
Well, Max Rebo really sells it.
I mean, of course, nobody plays the instrument like him.
Whatever that thing is. Yeah, and I think Rakul will sort of like get onto the dance floor and like make eyes at Star Dancer and be like, come on. let's do this thing.
Okay, yeah, totally. It's great, it's great seeing you loosen up, because I thought after last week with whatever Hound was saying to you, that like you got pretty tight-lipped during the mission. I don't know.
I've learned that I've just got to enjoy it, because who knows what's going to happen at the end of all of this.
Yeah, Flark, yeah, you do. I think that's a can't remember.
Larkin A. It can be now.
Good. It is now.
Farkle, that's what it is.
Farkle A.
Just so I've placed it in this Wild Child. Lexi Doorstar has dragged her sister Lucky, who by the way is the only starfighter pilot who's been shot out of the sky on mission you're on. Lucky. So Wild Child's dragged Lucky here to Lux. She's very excited about it. Tags is here as well alongside Cutter and Amp. So there are a number of your fellow cadets who are enjoying this.
I love it. And then we're just gonna throw down on the dance floor for Glory.
Yeah,
I think so. A dance competition has to happen.
Yeah. So I'm gonna end up like, all right, okay. I'm gonna like go over to Lucky and like, hey, you want to join me and take on Rakul and whoever he begs to be his partner? And she winks to you very blatantly.
And Rakul just like goes over and went like this to Tags, and Tags like, oh yeah.
That's great.
Tags is.
Tags is the Twi'lek. She she has a dance mom. So
a dance mom. All
not terrible.
Dance moms.
All the dance moms. I don't know why I just said that. That's pretty speciesist. I hope nobody X cards that. Sorry, I put it all thinking back. D8 for dancing for Glory. Here we go.
Oh,
what?
An 8. So much glory in dance. 8 glory out there. Delightful.
Oh, Vico is so
first,
bad at
right?
this.
Yeah.
Lowest rank first. Is that how we do this?
That's what we did last time.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, Rakul D6. I'm trying to bend surveillance, but I just don't think I can do it. Yeah.
Oh,
No, I think I'm just gonna do without
electronic
that.
warfare. Well, look.
May I make a
If
suggestion?
you want to hack the music
Ooh.
to be something up your alley,
I was going to say your innate knowledge of the electronics lets you understand the music.
Well, I did drag R5, so maybe
Yep.
R5 is doing like a holo projector sparkle thing around us. I love it. As I dance with tags, and then I think this has to be. I mean, this is social skill. This is command. So that's a D6, a D6, a D6. And I will. Okay, I will use my. Oh no, there's no point. I haven't burned out yet. I'm just going to keep taking burn. I'm going to burn 1 to add in tactical, which would normally be close combat and fighter engagements, but this is a 0G dance floor, and I know how to well position myself to be seen by the rest of the club in this 0G environment as Tags and I dance around. So that's 3d6 and a d8 for me. And a cat. Not great, not terrible. That's an 11.
all right. So I got D6 call sign, D6 for an infiltration intelligence gathering, because I know what Tags actually enjoys in her dancing. Like I've studied her, I've seen her around at the cantina.
Mm-hmm.
D8 command. Then I'll spend another burn to add operations, because stealth maneuvers, subterfuge. I'm Zeltron. I'm letting out some pheromones to distract people.
Oh no!
Gotta play it up. Or even
Good stuff.
also maybe like there's a little bit of force manipulation to like cause you like a little misstep. And oh no, yeah, there we go. Force manipulation to add my subversive die to it.
So mean.
Look, this is not a physical comp. This is dance.
This is war. It's dance for glory.
6 and 7.
6 is 7. I believe that
Beats an
beats
11.
a 6 and a 4.
Does.
6 and
Yeah.
5.
So we're going to do it like battle. I think we already did as building the die pool a good bit of the narration, but is there anything more about Rakghoul that you wanted to add in from his actions, perhaps as a reflection of Stardancer's interruptions?
Oh yeah, because like you narrate the lowest result up to the highest result, right? That's how contests work.
Yeah, it's supposed to go lowest result to highest result so that the
Yeah.
person with the highest result can trump whatever and say.
I think some of Stardancer's pheromones might make Rakghoul lose concentration dancing with Tags, and Tags notices. Gets a little ticked off that her dancing mate is keeping his eyes on Stardancer instead. Yep.
Dang it.
I think on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
Tags also like gets annoyed with you, but then also she gets like hit with the pheromones, and like the force stuff is like messing up your own moves, as basically I end up like stealing Tags from you and dancing with her and Lucky as like like I don't know how it's 0G but a double dip before like a spin, like the spin around type Adam's Family type stuff. Blowing a kiss to the loser.
Oh man, R5 gets quite a bit of amusement from watching Rakghoul.
Oh my god,
All
R5
by
changes the
himself.
music to like to help me out.
Yeah. Not even affected by the force, just amused and enthused. There you go. Poor Rakghoul. You lose. You get 1 glory, Rakghoul, and you get 8 glory.
Get it where
Already adjusted mine.
Talk. Okay, and I'm not.
And took the
you can
bond.
adjust your own.
Okay. So
And
it's
each of you get a
46
bond
now,
with
right?
each other. Cool. Is it a thing where you guys know each other better and that's the bond? Or after you lose Rakghoul, do you go your own way, or does Stardancer follow back up? Like, what is the aftermath there? And we don't have to go far. I just kind of curious
no,
how it
I
ends.
I think it's
imagine that
all like
yeah.
a good
ahead.
time as like we all like huddle into like a big booth with like those glowing drinks together. It's like
But I know her
you
moves now.
you did look, Rakul, I'm not gonna lie, you did a lot better than I expected. I mean, you were keeping up with tags, of course, tags and Lucky, incredible partners, but like you were up against me.
I should
My
know
name
better
is
than to.
literally Star Dancer. What were you thinking?
Well, I was just, I was just looking for a rematch from the shock boxing.
You mean when you won?
I wanted to prove that I was better in
Oh,
physical and in dancing.
oh, that's fair. Well, I mean, I guess we'll have to have a rematch at shock boxing at some point.
Ah, yeah. At least we don't have to fight Hound, right?
Oof. God, what a beast.
I like it there.
Tags is of course super interesting. Star Dancer, it doesn't matter that Hound beat you so bad. It's okay. You were super entertaining in that fight that you lost badly.
Probably, I tried. He's got like what, 2 feet on me?
Gotta be, at least.
But he's got more
And
training.
Lucky, who's like drinking a glowing drink, says, I think he's only got 2 feet.
Hi, are you doing okay, Lucky?
Yeah. Great.
Because I know you've had like some rough hits.
What? No, I've just had 5 or 6 of these glowing thingies.
Okay, you need to stop. Take that away.
Cool. I like it. It's a good scene. Good scene. Good scene. All right, Rock Ghoul. With whom would you like a scene?
I think it's good to go in a round here. I'll take a scene with Hound. And I think that this is maybe like the morning after this big dance competition, and Rakghoul is maybe feeling it a little bit. And this would be like our workout time. And maybe Rakghoul is not performing up to snuff in the obstacle course.
Yeah, some Netragal hangover going. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Synthahol it's rough.
It's cheap though.
It is
So I
cheap.
think Hound kind of takes you off to the side. We're like part of the way through this like obstacle course / exercise process, and Hound kind of takes you off and says, does it seem like your heart's into it today?
Oh, Hound, my heart's in it. It's just my head.
I think you can push through the pain to succeed in what needs to be done. Think of this. Think of every task. Every small task is something that it's the most important thing in the world right now. Don't think about what you're going to be doing after we get done with the workout. Don't think about what the next step is. Think about this step right now. And he says, and you'll make it through it. And your mind will overcome your mind and your heart will overcome the weaknesses in your body. And I think he probably gives you a little bit of a like a little glass of juice or something like that, something to hydrate, and says, let's get back to it.
Okay. Yeah. This is it. Okay. And Rakghoul like jumps up on the, I imagine it's some like out of a reality television show, like moving doors and beams, and there's like the little remote droids shooting the stun blasters, and you've got to get through. And it's just like the first hurl, Vico barely even makes it over it and gets shot. The stun blasters falls off again. Oh, cark it. Ah!
And I think Hound is there to pick you up, right?
Yeah.
And we kind of go through as a pair, right? This is a little bit slower than Hound would normally do, but helps along, right? Helps you get along through the process.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. So you're teaching me a little bit of the commando side of things.
As well as a little bit of the partnership side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Hound.
It's what we
Right.
do. No problem.
I think we work really well as a team. I think we complement each other's abilities.
I would agree.
And this is a little bit out of character. How do you increase in rank?
How do you increase in rank?
Yeah, is there a way to go from flight sergeant to a warrant officer in the game? Is that part of?
I think
there's no die attached to that.
there's no mechanical way to do it. I think narratively, I'm more than happy to say that you've got an application, that you wanted to get into the officer corps as part of becoming a cadet. I'm perfectly happy, but yeah, there's no mechanics for it.
Because I'm thinking this might be like I'm like, Hound, I put in my application to become a warrant officer. I'm not sure it's going to go through, but yeah.
So Hound beams at you and clasps you with a big hand, around the shoulders, and is like, that's good news. And we soldiers know that we might not be able to stick together all the time because orders might take us different places. But good officers know we'll see good soldiers again. So when your orders come through and you get recommissioned, we'll see you again.
It's a lot more responsibility, but it's I think it's going to be worth it. I'm just hoping I don't get reassigned out to Zinja's Empire or something.
Every job's important. I'm sure that they'll put you where you're needed.
Yeah, I'm just starting to think that these training simulations, I'm worried that it's not real enough. I'm worrying that the real thing I might not be up to snuff.
Well, you'll know real whenever you see it. And you're right, this isn't real enough. But the point is that you need that muscle memory. So whenever you get into something real, you're prepared.
I'm good ending it there if you are.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That was a really good Bond scene. That was dope. Good job. So you swap a bond, and let me check in. Do we want to do the extra social? That was a really good set of I feel like I got to mix in some NPC interaction. I kind of got what
I'd definitely do.
I'd like to do the second round, but we'll just keep them really short or something.
Yeah, we'll keep them.
Yeah.
All right. So let's circle back around then with Hound. Wait, is Hound still highest rank, highest glory? I don't think that's necessarily true anymore.
I think he's highest rank. We're both lieutenant junior grade. Yeah. He's highest glory. Yeah.
By 1 point. Okay, highest rank, highest glory is Hound.
And this was exactly what I was thinking as well. I think that this is a real short scene. And I think after the fight, the sparring match with Janela, we see a Fuzz who's very disillusioned. And, he's disappointed. He lost that bet. And, I come back to the barracks, and I think Fuzz actually had like a poster of Janela from Hearts of the Force,
totally
either on the wall or on his bunk or something like that.
Oh, it's a she, by the way.
She. What did I say?
He. It's okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we see Janela. Oh, Fuzz is a she.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Fuzz is a she.
Okay. But Fuzz actually has like a poster of Janela up. And whenever I come back to the barracks, I kind of look off to the side and I see that poster's in the trash, right? It's been discarded. And I think Hound kind of nods and walks over to Fuzz and says, I see you've given up some childish ways. And I think that's good that you don't admire someone for the fiction involved. And then pulls out a data pad and pulls up some of the information that we have on Janella, right? And says, you should admire the person for who they are. And goes through some of the history that we have. And I think that we see, Janella has been a barkeep, joined the rebellion, fought in this and did that, and starts kind of giving Fuzz the truth, right? Admire your crewmates for the truth.
Interesting. Yeah, I like that. Fuzz will sit down on her bunk and listen for a bit, and just appreciates that. That's cool. Star Dancer, did you have a scene in Extra Social? Oh, and take a bond with Shorebecca, aka Fuzz.
Yes, I do have a scene in mind. So like we're gonna cut away, like we're gonna wipe to a new scene, and it's like a really grungy and grimy looking It's not the Hard Luck place. It's like in the down belows. It's like
ooh,
and this is the name of the place. Basically, it's just called Down Below. And we see Cutter there by herself, just drinking, because she seems like a grungy, angry type. I don't.
Yeah,
like,
totally. She is now. Love it.
And that's when Janella sits across from her with like a new bottle. And oh right, I got to do my thing. There we go.
Ah,
Change my costume.
yeah.
Do my costume change. As I sit down, like, what's Cutter? You're not. You just want to drink alone?
Yeah. Listen, you don't have to give me any charity. I'm fine.
This is not about charity, hon. One, I'm interested in you because you're so standoffish, really. You realize we all have work together, right?
Doesn't feel like that. Everybody's in competition. All Birdie talks about is getting the trophy.
Do you care about the trophy?
No.
Do you? It's like I reach over and like touch your hand. Like, look, the trophy's interest. I don't really want the attention that the trophy would give me, because I don't want to be even more of a poster child for whatever. But if you want the trophy, you should try for it.
I appreciate what you're trying to do here, Star Dancer, but
please,
I don't give two.
You can call me Janella.
Janella. I just want to get in a Starfighter and get back out there.
What were you doing before? What do you want to get back to doing?
My family, my clan, they're smack in the middle of Zinja's empire. They scraped together everything they could and pulled in every favor to get me out of there. And
you want help getting them out?
I want to free my carking planet. That's what I want to do.
I understand. You won't be able to do that by yourself, though.
No. But it doesn't seem like anybody here wants to work as a team.
Well, maybe you can show them the error of their ways. I mean, I'm here with you. God knows I've had my own shit past, but yeah, freedom for everyone is the goal for pretty much everyone here.
I hope you're right, because it sure doesn't feel like it to me. I have to say I'm pretty disappointed.
Well, I mean, we're all kids basically. Like that's what everyone feels like here, right? But like
it does, and it feels like the Empire is just a concept to them. Like they think that we've won just because the Death Star was destroyed, but it was just the first step.
yeah, I know. Look, I know the pain of tyranny better than most might expect. But like just closing yourself off to everyone and not talking to them isn't going to help you, and it's not going to help them realize the gravity. No, you can do this alone. I mean, I can't control you, but like nobody can force you to do something you don't want to do, but it'll be a lot easier if you have friends, if you open up to people. And I'm here if you need that. Even if you just want to drink in silence together.
Ooh, do we want to see if you can
A drinking
defeat her
contest?
doubt in the others? Ooh, a drinking contest. I don't know if she's a drinking contest kind
That's
of
fair.
girl.
That's fair.
I think if your inspiring words defeat her doubt in
Okay,
the program,
yeah, I'm totally into that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. So I'm going to say that it's, again, I only get to keep the, there should be a challenge rating, right? So we'll
Yeah,
call
I
it a
guess.
challenge rating of 5 because that's supposed to be the default. And she has a 2d6 doubt. So here we
Okay.
go. It is a 10. So you need to defeat a 10.
All right. So let's see. Right. Gotta clear my dice. D6. I definitely think I've been doing some intelligence gathering while talking to her.
Yeah,
so.
you asked a lot of questions. You figured out what was going on before you immediately went for the
D6.
attack. That's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna add my D8 social because I'm literally talking to her and trying to get her open up.
Makes sense.
Zeltron pheromones, and empathy, obviously. Then also spend a burn to add my operations.
Oh my goodness, love it.
Who said rest R&R was to clear burn? Yeah, operations because I'm being subtle. I'm trying to I'm like, look, this isn't gonna help you. Just like closed off. I don't really have anything else. I gotta make sure I mark this off. I mean, I could mark another bird, get one closer to an advance, but I don't think tactical systems make any logical sense. So, and neither does close assault or boarding actions.
Fair.
Yeah, 7 and 5.
Oh wow. Yeah, you beat it out. 12 over a 10. And you're right.
And look, if this doesn't work out and you need to go off, you need to leave, let me know. I'll take time. I have no problem getting a freighter and trying to help you smuggle as many people out as possible. But do what we can.
Thanks, Janelle. I really misjudged you.
What was that? I'm sorry.
I really misjudged
you. Okay. Gotcha.
Nice. Cool. That was great. Are you happy with that?
Oh, yeah, totally.
All right. What about Rakghoul? Take a bond, by the way. Take a bond with her.
With Cutter. Yeah. So who is, I'm just looking at our battle page. We don't have a lieutenant assigned to our squadron.
I know you don't.
Okay. If that's on purpose and we're leaving that open, that's fine.
If you'd like to suggest one,
I'm thinking that the scene I would like is Rakghoul's sort of testing to get his promotion from flight sergeant to warrant officer.
Yes,
like he has to go through a physical trial, and he has to go through like an academic kind of quiz or whatever, and maybe even some simulator time or something, to sort of get that promotion. So I was just thinking that would be with either the lieutenant of the squadron, or it would be with like Juno Eclipse herself. Or
I've been to whatever you want. So the potential lieutenants could be Birdie, although I love the idea of Birdie being antagonistic, although he of course could be an antagonistic leader. It could be Lucky if you want, because she's actually a lieutenant. It could be Varuna, who we haven't seen in scene, but is kind of badass looking and interesting. So it could be any of those three, or it could totally be with Captain Juno Eclipse. That could be fun too.
I kind of like the idea of it being Birdie and it being kind of antagonistic. He's think himself is the best. Yeah, so like I really have to prove myself, right? I'm just some no good flight sergeant to Birdie. And I think this is like, it's obviously on the station, but this is like the very clean officers' quarters. It's very sterile. And Rat Ghoul is a little, he's more used to being in the cantina and Lux and stuff and hanging out, and it's just Rat Ghoul and Birdie for this sort of trial to earn his next set of stripes on his flight suit.
Nice. And I'm kind of imagining, tell me if this is too much, but I'm kind of imagining there's like these slightly hollow posters on the wall, and they're like those inspirational posters, like leadership, courage, it's these. And then there's
that's
one
very military, just like these like emblematic phrases around.
Yeah. And you just notice that out of the corner of your eye, there's one of bravery, and it's totally this shot of Janella in the cockpit.
Yes. Oh, I didn't realize that Janella was already on some of the promotional materials.
I don't handle that, man. I'm just out there to take down ties and win that trophy.
I mean, that's why we're all here, right?
Well, some of us are here to be an example. Others are here to succeed. Let's see which one you are.
Let's see which one I am.
Oh, yes. So I think winning your rank is going to be a contest of glory. The challenge is a 6.
Is that the or are you rolling 2 dice with that in addition?
I'm rolling 2 dice with that addition. Here we go. 2d6, winning an officer's rank, and then a challenge rating of 6. So add that. 10. Dang it, I rolled
10.
Man.
Okay.
That's all right. 10. See if you can beat a 10.
So I think, so obviously call sign. And I think that Vico is using, I don't think he's cheating so much as he's done his studying with the surveillance. Cool. Right? He knows what this is going to be. Like he's garnered enough information, probably from Hound and Stardancer.
I was about to say,
like about what is this test? And Birdie thinks that, Vico's going into this fresh and doesn't know what to expect. But Vico knows that, like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. You can't throw me off balance with that. So that's the second D6. I think just in general, this is a test of command. Like that just makes sense.
Totally.
So that's a D6.
I probably should have defined it as this is a test of command. So we're on the same page.
And then I think I'm going to take 2 burn to push tactical and systems into this test as well. And I think fictionally what that means is that
you're bringing everything to bear. I love it.
Everything to bear. I need this promotion. And I think that the tactical is that there is like a simulator kind of fight against Birdie. And I'm trying to out dogfight him. And that systems is maybe like just a training. Gosh, it's even education is one of them. But that's like a training montage of me and R52T doing like hollow flashcards. I'm learning as quickly as I can using R5. Okay, so that's 3d6 and 2d8 to beat this challenge.
Good luck.
And push me to burnout as soon as we start, which is great. That is a 13.
So there's this pregnant moment as the little processor is calculating all of your scores from everything, and Birdie is watching it, and then the thing, it pumps up with like a little stick, and it starts out as red, and then the color slowly shifts to green. And he says, well, congratulations, Lieutenant Junior.
Oh, Lieutenant Junior. I was going for warrant officer. Okay. Lieutenant Junior.
You
we're
wouldn't.
all the same rank. No, yeah, for officer training, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
officer training. So congratulations. I didn't expect you to be this well prepared, Rakghoul. Looks like you finally care about something.
Finally care. I think you need to be paying a little more attention, Lieutenant. I've always cared.
Well, let me tell you this much. Between me and you need to watch the amount of time you spend around Hound. He's persona non grata around the officers. You don't want to get lumped in with his ilk, okay? You've got a future. Don't saddle yourself with the likes of him.
I'll take that under advisement.
Is that the end of scene there? Or maybe there's like you coming out and some people congratulating Rakghoul for.
Yeah. And I get like a new helmet that's got extra stripes.
Yeah.
Super cool. Oh, and then just because technically I guess it probably should be like in a fight, but I think Rakghoul gets a new face tattoo, right? Because that's like the Mirielon thing, right?
Oh, totally.
I got a new officer status, so I get a new tattoo. And I think for just keeping it all together, Tags is the one who gives it to me.
Oh yeah, Tags gives you the tattoo. That's so good. That's so good. And I think Shark is like waiting outside when you get it, and they're super enthusiastic about you winning out. And then Shark, of course, tells you, "Yeah, Bid bet against you, so I won some credits. You're awesome." That's
bet against me getting into the officer corps?
Bid did. No, I bet for you.
Frickin' Bid.
You won me credits.
Frickin' Bid.
Awesome. That is great. So I think it's the perfect chance for us to like take mid-game break, and we'll jump into a hop. And so we will do that. So we come back and it's the next day. You guys have had your rest day and you're back in class. And if you remember from the overall schedule, you have PT in the morning, daily briefing, and after PT, you report to the briefing room, 15, 20-minute discussion of the day's mission. So this scene opens up with you guys heading to the mission. You finished up PT. This is you get your mission briefing and go out. So I guess it would be like you finish up PT and it's in the showers and getting dressed in flight suits type deals when this scene will take place. Is everybody cool if we go with a little bit of the Starship Troopers thing of like, you're expected to maintain your professionalism and it's a unisex kind of bathroom situation? Is everybody cool with that? I don't want anybody to feel like that's okay. I don't want to make our Star Wars too sexy. Cool. So as you guys are like in showers, out, whatever, the rumor mill starts, as it often does, with Tags, and she says, did you guys hear? All of Vanguard Squadron's gone. They took off. Vanguard Squadron is the squadron of your instructor pilots. And a number of the cadets will ignore whatever Tag says, but she knows you guys pretty well. So she'll say, yeah. Zerelda said that they all got in their ships and just like flew off on a mission or something.
It must have been important.
And Fuzz will roar a little bit as they take a sonic shower, because getting that dry, sorry, but not even going to try it. And Wild Child says, good. Yeah, I heard that we're going to be taking each other on now.
Did you hear that?
She goes,
That
smiles.
That's cute. Okay, so like, has anyone like confirmed this or see if there's anything left? Any instructions left behind?
And that's where Lucky will say, well, Vanguard isn't everyone. Captain Eclipse is still here. Judge isn't able to fly anymore. I'm sure that the instructors, administration staff, and everyone are still here. I guess it's just the instructor pilots.
Okay.
And
so like, I guess we'll find out. I don't know.
Yeah. So then you guys we kind of
thanks for the heads up, Tags.
Yeah, Tags is very excited. She had the scoop. She had to share her rumor with everybody. So you guys come walking into the room for your briefing, daily briefing, and you see in her hover chair is Judge. Blank is there leaning against a desk, and Captain Juno Eclipse, who's not normally here for the daily briefings, is present as well. And Captain Eclipse informs you, all right, cadets, there has been a slight adjustment in the training regimen for today. The Vanguard Squadron has been called away for an important mission, and as a result, we will need to adjust on the fly, as it were. We will be splitting Fury Squadron into attackers and defenders. So it will be 6 on 6 for today's hop. Any questions? The split has already been determined. All right. Take it away, Judge. Blank. And then
I have a question. Like, what's the... You said we're split into attackers and defenders, but what's the situation?
And Judge will clear her throat, and she takes over a mission briefing. So the mission briefing is that your flight, Alpha Flight, will be the attackers. The mission briefing is known as the hop is, hold on, as I grab it from Battle Page, I gave it a name, Big Game Hunt. And the setup is that you will be flying to the Minos cluster, but you need to figure out where in the Minos cluster because of the scrambled system signals. The idea is that there is a squadron of starfighters who are protecting a freighter, and you guys are on the hunt to take out that freighter. It is a fuel carrier for a larger, basically a larger force. And so you guys are taking out a supply line, and that's your mission. And then she pulls out the Beta Flight. They will be part of the defenders.
Not to sound too much like Birdie, but are we ever actually going to go on any actual missions? Like, we've had quite a few training hops already now. And there's still a lot of work that needs to be done in the galaxy.
Judge doesn't answer right away, but Blank will say, you guys have earned it. You'll be going on real missions. Right now, we want to make the New Republic proud, and we're not quite sure you guys are up to the snuff that you're able to pull this off. A few of you have really struggled with some of these hops. We're not entirely sure you're even going to graduate.
So, like, is the Republic really like have so many pilots that they can actually turn people away?
Blank says, we are not turning people away. We're making sure that when you get in a cockpit and head on an actual mission, that you're fully capable of completing the mission, keeping yourself safe.
Yeah, we can't really test ourselves if we're always on training wheels.
We've done our best to create a curriculum that will make you as ready as possible.
I think Ratghoul is going to stretch his sudden realization that he is the same rank as Janella. And just Janella, this is the mission. When the Republic needs us, I'm sure they'll call upon us.
And I think whenever they said something about like we want to make sure that whenever you go out that you can come back and your crew can come back, I think they pointed the look at Hound.
Ooh. So I'd like to talk to you guys as players real quick. Is there a particular lieutenant you think would be fun to be the leader of your flight?
Lucky?
Yeah.
Lucky would be amusing.
Lucky would be awesome. I'm into it.
I kind of want Birdie to be the opposing flights.
Oh,
lieutenant.
yeah. For sure. He has to be.
Like but Rackle, when you say that to me, I just give you like the dirtiest look. I'm like, how dare you? There are still planets that need our help. And we're just gonna fight each other again?
Dissed.
Ratghoul just gestures to the rank.
That's great. Good for you.
These bars come with responsibility, Janella.
To shoot at each other in a training simulation. That's our responsibility right now.
To ensure everyone is prepared for the real thing.
If we keep just preparing, we're just gonna have to hire so many mercenaries to do it like we did in the past.
Well, my understanding is the Minos cluster, we may run into stuff anyways.
So yeah, I think this is the argument you guys are heading as you're as you're headed out to the hangar, like with your helmets underneath your arms. That's delightful.
And I give like a long lingering look to like, well, this is bullshit. Like as me and Cutter clearly have that connection now.
Yeah, and then you find out that Cutter is stuck on beta flight, so she's gonna be trying to take you out. She just shakes her head.
Wait. What is it? Why is it always on the road? This is Bantapudu.
Yes. Oh, it's great. Yeah, you declare it Bantha and Cutter says, yeah. See you on the other side. Maybe we'll get some real missions soon. She's not happy about this either, of course. So the beta flight for you guys, I'll pop them in here so you've got them identified. It is led by Zobar, Birdie, Gilani, with Proton, Cutter, Trash, and Bid in Bravo Flight, and Shark Kleb is the CWO Vulture. You guys have tags and Fuzz and Lucky as your technical CO, but of course you guys are PCs, so yeah. Unless you want to spend a bond to tell her otherwise, we'll work stuff through here. Sounds good. All right. So pick your ships, select your Starfighter, and charge 4. You can charge power, sensors, shields, and weapons, or any of your maneuvers. You get a total of 4 charges. Because We see Rakghoul heading over to a U-wing, and I think you would get an approving nod from CPO Samanti Bagri. U-wing.
Yeah, and R5
cute
is
that?
going to be my co-pilot. There's like a droid harness where K2SO would sit in Rogue One. R5 is there strapped in.
Nice. Oh, no X-wings among you. Interesting. B-wing for taking out the freighter. Good choice for Hound. I like it. And then a sleek little A-wing for Janella, Star Dancer, Jantech. Sounds good. Sweet. As you guys are doing this, the beta flight, they all pick X-wings because that's what they're ordered to do by their CO, their flight leader, as Birdie says. X-wings, a certain aesthetic, beautiful machines, and they take off ahead of you guys, and they all hop to light speed, and then you guys have been told that it's Minos cluster, but you're on the clock. So let us begin our battle. Getting the battle space. Your threat, the very first threat to open things up is that you need to deal with the fact that they've scrambled their signals. The prey is trying to mask its location. This is a systems check, and it is arduous, which means you'll spend charge if you suffer. And you're going to get there. It's just, do you get there in time, or do they have more reinforcement? So it'll set the table for how much more help they have to assist them. And so let's build some rolls. It is a systems check, and let's start with the lowest glory, which right now is Hound.
Right.
What's the threat we're going up against?
Thank you for asking that question. It is threat level of 6.
And then you have to, is that just the difficult? You don't roll a die on top of this?
I got to roll my 3d6. Yeah, sorry. I'll go ahead and do that.
But you have to roll all your stuff first, Rich.
Shush. Stop telling me the thing I have to do. Scrambled systems. Oh, crap. It's a 9. That sucks. All right. There you go. Hound, you're up.
So I have a D6 for my call sign. I have so this wouldn't be craft to craft combat. I'm not sure I have a roll that applies here.
ROLE roll? Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Rakghoul, this is your jam.
Yeah.
So no, this is Janella speaking over like the comms. I think we should like just back up Rakghoul and trust in him. And was it R5?
Oh, that's right. We can help. Is that
Yeah,
right?
Mostly trust in R5. Yeah.
Yeah, we can pull out and give them our domain die.
If you support, then yes, you can.
We don't roll. We give them a domain die of our choice.
Yes.
Okay.
Of the challenge, I think you would be giving your system dice.
Oh yeah. What is the
hold on.
domain of the? I guess it would
Systems.
be
It's systems.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's right. I think that Hound will come over the comms and say, this is your first test, Rakghoul. We'll see where you go, and I will support.
So you're both supporting Rakghoul?
Looks like it.
Okay. Yeah, and so Rakghoul is kind of nervous. First time flying the U-wing, but it seemed like the right ship for the job. But is very familiar with, having flown the X-wing. It's supposed to be kind of similar, right? So that is hold on, I have to eliminate my previous roll. That is a D6 for call sign. This is definitely electronic warfare, so definitely D6 for that. I'm going to take my system die of D8 plus both of their system dies of 2D6. And yeah, I'm gonna burn out. And although I'd love to take my tactical, yeah, actually, I'm gonna use my tactical. Why not? This is game of a little bit of power gaming, right? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
a
take
little
my
bit.
tactical, and it's gonna be that I'm not just trying to get us like the correct location, like in the general area. I'm trying to like get us all right on top of them. Like when we exit hyperspace, we're right there, like inside their formation, because that'll give us the benefit of some surprise.
Nice.
And I have like a ton of bonds with Hound. I can burn that to also take call sign.
Yeah.
Right. And there's an advantage, right, to rolling super high because that's gives me more glory, right? Or is it just I get
The glory is the 9. You're
the
you're
9,
looking
okay.
at 9 glory. So just so you budget appropriately.
Yeah. You're either
Okay.
getting it or getting 1 because
I think
nobody
that's
else is contesting.
a suitably large handful of dice here.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty big roll there.
yeah. Oh, and I'm burning out, so I'll take an advance here in a second. Oh, good thing I did. That's a 12, which is enough, but
It's enough,
for that
but
8,
you
we'd
did not
we'd
blast
we'd
it
be
away
really
like I
close.
thought you might have. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So, what does this look like as you guys enter the battle space? Give me a quick narration, and then we'll set up our clash.
Do we want to narrate from lowest
You're the only one that
glory to-
rolled, so
I'm the only one that rolled.
Yeah, you're the only one
Yeah.
rolled, so you get the narration.
So yeah, we depart from the station. They've already gone off to the Minos cluster, and we R5 is like coordinating finding out where they are, and then I'm simultaneously like calculating this jump that will put us right in the middle of it. And we hit the light speed, and it's surprisingly close, right? Like we're not in light speed for a very long period of time, and we're suddenly right there in the middle of it, surrounded on all sides by our enemy, but definitely have the element of surprise on them. Do I get a bonus die or something for?
no, it's not the first round of
Not
the.
okay, gotcha.
You're muted, Rich.
Dang it. I try
This
to
was-
do the like good thing of like muting so that my background noises, but then I
Yeah.
forget. That
This was just getting to
I've
the
done that like
field.
3 times. Exactly. It's just getting to the field. The advantage die happens at Clash, which is where we are now. So yeah, you guys pop in your mismatched set of ships. I think we should probably figure out, since we only have 6 to worry about, let's quickly say I think Doorstar is in an X-Wing. And Tags is gonna be what would Tags fly? Ooh, yeah. So Fuzz is in a Y-Wing, and Tags she must be an A-Wing. They're super fast. She likes being fast. So there we go. You guys all arrive, and I set the scene. So you arrive at the gas giant known as Cheshire, which has 2 habited moons. One of them is Cheshire 5, which is kind of a scummy place that used to be run by a bunch of gangs, like almost like fiefdoms. But then the paper tiger government hired the legally authorized law authorities, which is effectively a merc group that calls themselves police. And then Cheshire 6 is basically a dumping ground. If you're thinking of Bakar, it's a planet the last 2 episodes of Bad Batch have been set on. Not unlike that. If you're not watching Bad Batch, you should. It's good. It's getting better. Every episode is getting more and more cool, and there was a Clone Wars guest star that I giggled furiously at this latest one. I was like, yes, so happy. So yeah, the place where you come in, you do see that there is a heavy freighter. It's the kind of freighter that has a skeleton framework and then just tons and tons of fuel pods along it. So it almost looks like a lattice work more than a ship that's built for any kind of speed. It does have a pretty powerful hyperdrive and a lot of fuel. And you see the X-wings of Beta flight. The other thing that you notice is that heavy freighter is heading towards, like it's heading near a space station in orbit over Cheshire 5, the habited planet, which your systems will give you some warnings that this space station has turbo lasers as well as photon torpedoes for defensive purposes.
Are we the baddies in this situation, guys?
Well, in the scenario as it was described to you, you are the New Republic. This is an Imperial remnant that they are trying to get fuel.
Okay. Okay. So they're the baddies.
They are the baddies.
Well, the other crew could have been told that, they were trying to get the fuel. Yeah.
Exactly.
So all right. But also, Janelle's like, are we supposed to destroy that freighter?
Yes, you're supposed to destroy the freighter.
Okay, Janelle is like, that's a real big waste of resources, guys. Why are we doing this? All right. And now it's
destroy, disable. We have options.
So Janella, are you suggesting that we steal it?
It's pretty slow moving.
It's got a big.
It's got a hyperdrive. Yeah. I think we should. I think we should steal the freighter.
And I think Lucky says, our orders are to destroy the freighter. I think we should destroy the freighter.
Yeah, but Lucky, it's the same exact endpoint. If we're reclaiming it for the Republic, we're denying the remnants of the Empire resources that they would have had. Plus, we're getting a free ship out of it.
Hound will step in and say we should follow the lieutenant's orders. In reality, the upper management knows more. There could be a tracker on this, and we don't want to take it back to our base. So we have to assume that they know more than we do.
Exactly. Thank you, Hound. Let's proceed.
Just message the Hound. What the fuck? Lots of symbols come on your display.
Awesome. So it's challenge rating or threat rating of 6, and you guys get to tell me how you're joining the battle, what you're doing, and you get to use a domain of your choice to gain an edge against the opponent before the battle is joined. So let's start with our lowest glory, Hound.
Yeah, so I think that I'm going to try to blast a hole. So basically, if I understand where we are, there's actually first, what are the disasters that we're looking at?
That's not this round.
Droid. Right. So because of your success getting here so fast, your dangers are the cadet starfighters and the space station's defenses.
I see. Okay. So basically, I think I'm going to try and punch a hole for the rest of them to get in as quickly as possible towards this ship. So I think I'm going to, we have the starfighters here, so I'm going to go after those and try and spread them out. So that would be, I get a 1 for my call sign, 1 for craft-to-craft combat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna. What would you say that? What domain? Probably command, in order to coordinate with the rest of them. And I will spend burn in order to add in a charge of power so that I can get in front of the rest of the faster ships. I will spend some of my power from here. That's plus a D4. Is that right?
Yes, charges a D4.
And I think that's probably good. I'm going to roll
Okay.
that.
So just so we're clear, this is a daunting attack.
Okay.
You're trying to punch your way through Birdie's squadron. So I'll roll there. It's a challenge rating or threat of 6. They have a 7 and 6. 13 is the number that you need to beat to push your way through. Also, once you've done your roll a D6 because this is a daunting. Therefore, you have to spend charge to contest, meaning that someone will take some damage as you push your way through.
Okay. So I'm going to roll. I got a 11 plus 4. It's 15.
Whew, you beat it. That's great. Fantastic, Hound. So we will get you to narration based on roll in just a second. Let's go to our next person up on Glory, which is Star Dancer.
I'm going to go ahead and roll my D6 for damage.
Oh, thank you.
That's a 5.
Okay. Then as we look at
Fuzzed.
the battle page, Fuzz takes a hit. There
Got
you
it.
go. Thank you for taking care of that.
You rolled great. Somebody get hurt. It's very okay. So this is trying to basically get the opening control of the battlefield, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
This is for the D10 advantage die.
yes, like there's no defend or seize in this. Okay, so basically, I think like I want to try to, I've got one move that I keep going back to, and that's basically trying to like spook the sensors to make them think that okay, as I like moving in, darting in and out, like trying to like get them like, oh, that A wing is actually part of ours. Like it now has whatever their backup is, call sign or whatever on the radar is supposed to look like, because I know they have the different symbols or whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Sounds good.
So D6 call sign. Scout, infiltration, intelligence gathering. I could do close assault if I wanted to shoot at them. Like, we're just narrating stuff, right?
Yeah, but I don't think close assault, like that doesn't feel like it applies here. Close assault to me is out of your ship kind of close assault stuff, like when you were going on board.
Oh, I thought like, okay.
And close assault also felt like it's boarding actions. It's when you do your cool wrestling fighting stuff, all that.
Okay. I do want to steal that ship.
Oh, you totally can. It's just that you're gonna have some conflict over it. Delicious conflict.
All right. I'm not gonna add that D6 then.
Okay.
Just in case. Operations, because I'm being all sneaky and whatnot. And you said it's daunting? I have to spend a charge just to
come
try to do something?
Yeah, spend a charge to contest.
Okay. Let's see. I will spend.
And you're hitting Birdie's squadron as well, right? Just so I'm clear.
Hitting, sure, I guess. Like, are they the only squadron?
Oh, there's Birdie's squadron, and then there's the space station fences. You could try to take those out because they are firing at you, big long.
Oh, okay.
Red.
In that case,
they're bad guys.
Well, in that case, I'm trying to board the space station.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Board the station or board the ship?
The station that's firing at us.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I'm also adding my second roll because, like, trying to convince them that I'm part of them so I can board them.
Sure. Their defenses are a 3d8. You have a hefty 14 to beat as you try to board the space station.
Still daunting?
Thank you for asking that, because they are actually dire and perilous. Mark burn to contest, and Mark burn if you suffer.
I'm okay with this. Hell
I
yeah.
know you are. I know you are. But I'd
It's
actually already written it down.
It's a 12, right? This is the top 2 dice.
No, it is not the top 2 dice. It is
okay.
a flat number added to the top single die for me.
Gotcha. Right.
So it's a 6 added to the 8. It's a 14. But thanks for checking. Like, I definitely want to make sure we have this.
We're the top 2 dice.
Yes, you guys always top 2, and I have a flat number and top die. Yep.
So
keep showing the book. It's a very pretty prop.
Spend a sensor charge to add a D4.
Okay, good call.
And then I'll do another burn to get in advance as well. Does that happen immediately or not? I don't remember.
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay, so advance my roll to D8. So I'll take 2 D6s off and add 2 D8s.
Okay.
But yeah, that burn I'm spending was to add my command die. So another D8 as I'm like talking over. I'm like, hey, like this is, putting on the fake accent, of course, as quick to, bolster reinforcements on the space station. You're not targeting properly. Like they're messing with our sensors. So yeah, that's my role, I guess. And I'm looking to beat a 14.
Mm-hmm.
The call sign.
You can spend multiple charges if you want. You only take the highest.
2 rolls, 1 charge. All right, 2 rolls, 2 domains, call sign. All right, 6 dice. That's right. And I think I will spend a bond with Rakul to get his call sign, which is just another D6. Because he's doing sensor stuff as well to try to like fake them out.
Yeah, this will work well with what I'm going to do. So yeah.
So I got 8 and a 7 plus 2. So.
All right, 8 and a 7 plus 2 is pretty great.
It's more than a 14.
That is a 17. Yes, 17. Good roll. That may earn you the glory. And now, Rakul, build your pool. Where are you headed to?
So I'm going to engage with the Starfighter squadron, but I'm going to do it in a roundabout way. I'm going to use the U-Wing's tractor beam and the missiles coming off the space station. I'm going to like gently redirect them. Instead of coming at us, I'm pushing them away towards what's the other squadron? Beta squadron? Bravo flight?
Yeah, Beta flight.
Yeah, so I'm redirecting those missiles towards them by like pushing them away from our starfighters.
Oh, that's insane. I love it.
So that's a D6 for call sign. I think this is electronic warfare, so that's 6 for that. I upgraded my systems die, so that's a D10. I will also burn because I think this is tactical. That adds my D8. I get a D4 for the tractor beam. And this feels like something I watched Stardancer do in a holovid. So I'm going to burn a Stardancer one to add her call sign as well for a D6. I think this is like a coordinated movement, right? You're scrambling them, telling me they're shooting at the wrong people, and I'm redirecting the missiles to make it look like they are. Okay, I think that works. I'm tempted to throw my Guardian in, but I'm going to save that. The D4 gets added. Okay, here we go for the roll. Nice, I got a 10 on the D10. I didn't see what the challenge was.
It's a 14.
It's still a 14. Okay.
And it is the same as the other. Janella needs to roll a D6 because that one of the two was Mark Byrne to contest. So that's a thing. Somebody's going to take a hit.
Oh, okay.
And
is that
so I have an 18.
Okay. And perilous is
Mark Byrne if I suffer.
Yeah, perilous. It was
mine was dire perilous.
Yeah, dire perilous.
I don't know what Theirs
It was
is.
daunting. It was daunting for the first, so it's perilous here. So there we go. You'll mark burn if you suffer, which you don't because you beat mine. What was your total roll again?
One
18.
more than me, I think.
18.
18.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's
so
17, isn't it? 10 plus 5 plus
2.
Oh, 10
10
plus 6.
6 plus 2.
There we
Plus
go.
2.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Close.
Thank God for this die roller. Thank you, John Grimm, for making this thing so that we can all look at the dice together because I would be lost without it. No one suffered. And that means that it is 14 glory to Rakghoul because he had an 18. And it is 7 glory to Hound and 7 glory to Star Dancer. We start with the lowest roll for Hound.
You need me to roll a d6 first?
Yes, please roll a d6 to see who took the hit.
Like, the clarifying question is it whenever you roll to contest? Or
yes,
you mark
whenever
something,
the
or
challenge
is it just
rating.
whenever you say somebody's going to suffer?
No. So when it says
'Cause I'm
to
okay with that.
contest, when it says to contest, so dire or daunting means you're going to roll someone is taking a hit. And you, because of that, are going to have to spend that thing. So dire means you mark burn to contest and you'll roll a d6 because one of the starfighters is taking a hit. Daunting is spending charge to contest, which means you spend a charge and don't get the dire benefit of that. And you also roll a d6 because someone in the starfighter is getting hurt. Does that help?
Sort of. So basically, if it's dire or daunting, someone's going to get hit no matter what.
Yes.
Okay. Is that
The
what those
chaos
red
of
boxes
war.
mean?
I just added the red boxes to try to help us remember. Yes.
And
that's-
real quick, my test was also daunting, correct?
Yes, so you
I need to
also
roll
need to roll
d6. Okay, so Joe already rolled
Yep.
d6.
Rolled 5. Fuzz is taking another hit.
Oh, Fuzz is out. Buzz is out.
That's why I'm like, this is confusing.
Well, it's supposed to be the chaos of war and all that stuff. So yeah, Fuzz,
Maybe that's why there was originally 12. I don't remember.
As
The
you,
dice
as you
love us,
charge
though. They
in,
don't-
yeah, the
Lucky took a
dice
hit,
love
too.
you guys. They don't love Fuzz or Lucky. Is Lucky got hit again? That's great. I mean, that's terrible.
Wouldn't that be the first? Oh, yeah. No, she got hit in previous missions.
In previous time? Yeah, first hit this time. Awesome. So let's count up for quick bits of narration. Lowest is Hound. Hound, you were ahead, kind of piercing through. You were successful. You don't gain the glory, but you get half glory, so you don't suffer. Any additional narration you want to drop on top of here?
Yeah, so I think what happens is as I drop in, I punch it and get ahead of the rest of the ships and start to peel off, and the some of the X-wings from the Bravo group come after me, but I make sure they're between me and the station. So because they're coming after me, that opens up an area for the rest of them to get through.
Nice. I think that Trash and Bid are in pursuit behind you. You've pulled them off. And now we will move to the next person up for their bits of narration, which would be Star Dancer.
Okay.
You were boarding the space station.
Yeah, like I'm flying through, weaving around, like basically going a long way around because I'm trying to do a lot of sensor stuff as like, I managed like to pull in and like I dock onto one of the things with the clearance as I'm getting out and quickly like, trying to doon.
Yeah, you're like clearing it. You get your covs going. They totally are fooled by you. That sounds awesome. And then the one who wins all the glory for the clash, as well as the D10 advantage die. So keep that in mind, Rakghoul. What's it look like?
Yeah, so the space station is scrambling, and they fire off a bunch of concussion missiles. And I think am I able to narrate who I actually hit on the other team?
Do it.
Yeah, because I think it's Birdie.
Oh,
Birdie's like, got you now, Fury Squadron. You're in the hot seat, and then just like this missile that's going towards the U-wing starts taking this banking turn as the blue little lines come out. And Birdie's like, wait, and it hits behind his X-wing, and he starts spinning down. And our R5 lets out a little happy beep. And and I think we're good. We got the advantage on them now. Yes, exactly.
Sweet. That is great. Now we move to the threat. Sorry if I feel like I'm rushing people. I'm not trying to. I just see the time and I want to make sure it's the game. Good. So the threat phase, D10 advantage die to Rack Ghoul. The enemy will lash out, and there are potential disasters that could happen. Now, they're in defense mode, so their lash out is just the freighter is going to bring its weapons online because you guys are close enough. All this stuff is just short range punching, but it turns out that this freighter has a little surprise. Its surprise is that it also has effectively like a docking web. So it's going to try to use its docking web to pull you guys in and try to yank you out of the fight. So that is a thing you may want to defend against. You still have the X-Wings, so Beta Squadron, and 2 of them are on Hound, hard and heavy. Not necessarily threats to Star Dancer, who is currently on the space station trying to shut down that has to deal with. But there are security forces on this space station who are trying to defend against you, Star Dancer. They may be aware of your threat. Mostly because Birdie is calling ahead. Hey, I know how Star Dancer works. She's probably on your station. The call is coming from inside the space station, he says excitedly. So they will deploy some guys with blasters after you. So
we're just to summarize, we're defending against the docking net.
Yeah,
we're defending against the security forces on the space station.
Right. Star Dancer would trying to defend against like divert them or get away from them. And then of course the
seizing move on this would be securing the freighter.
Yes. Securing or destroying the freighter.
Oh, destroying the freighter. Yeah, okay.
Destroying the freighter.
I'm planning to seize control of the station.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Like taking a couple lifts, like fighting your way towards the command center of the station. This is great.
Get a few turncoats. Maybe.
Cool. And I think Tags is going to slide in behind Hound and try to take a couple of either trash or bid off of your 6. And Lucky is going in for her first bombing run on the freighter because she's following orders. Fuzz is angrily shouting over the comms before her comms are shut off. Yeah, the last thing you hear is click, and then Fuzz is out. All right, cool. So let's go through and hey, we'll instead of all in out glory, we'll go with lowest roll first. Hound, what are you doing? Are you seizing or defending?
I'm defending against the docking net.
Sweet. Docking net is a pretty nasty thing. It is a 3d8 threat that you are facing. And I rolled an 8, so 14. Man, the dice are loving me today, guys. I'm just saying.
Okay, so I'm going to roll a d6 for my call sign, a d8 for my roll of craft to craft combat. And I think this is probably tactical as far as domain. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to pull in, let's see. I'm going to pull in, I'm going to spend a burn to pull in my command for coordinating with Tags in order to, make sure that we maybe try to avoid the docking net itself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend another burn for snap turn, which is a D4.
Getting dangerous now. This is perilous. So if you suffer, you're going to be marking more burn.
Okay.
You don't have to
And-
mark burn to use snap turn.
Yeah, that's a charge. Thank you for catching that.
Okay. So I spent a charge for snap turn. I do have to spend burn to pull in a
Another domain, yes.
a bond, right?
You spin a bond to spin a bond.
Spend a bond to spend a bond. Okay. So I'm gonna spend a. Okay. So I think I'm good there. I think I'm just gonna roll that.
Okay.
See what that ends up. Oh, look at all those ones.
Whoa! It looks like suffering is happening.
That's a
That
10.
looks like a 10. Yeah, that is a suffer. Oh my. Sweet. Guess what? Roll a d6.
Yeah. That's a 2.
Oof, a 2, which is Star Dancer. You get hit. Oh man. How does Star Dancer get paid by your? Oh wait, it does say re-roll if it's only roll for damage is a quadrant where it's effect. So re-roll that.
Okay.
You're on another 2.
Roll a
There's a
1d4, right?
Rat Ghoul. There we go. Yeah, it's a D4 would have been smart. I should have asked for that. Rat Ghoul, take a hit as, yeah, I guess a couple of the errant turbo lasers fly past Hound and somehow glance over you in the chaos of war. Rat Ghoul, so sorry. So sorry. Not sorry. Sweet. Good work, Hound. I mean, not good work because you failed, but good work in all the stuff that you did. I'm proud of you. Let's go up to Star Dancer. You're seizing the space station. It sounds awesome.
What's the difficulty?
Yeah, I should do that thing. Sorry. It's like so much work to roll dice, guys. I'm just not used to it.
I'm so sorry. What state was this? Was this perilous?
Perilous. It was
So I
perilous.
marked
So mark
burn.
burn. Yep.
Okay, got it.
And it is, yeah, the freighter is one thing, but you're not going against the freighter, you're going to space station, so it is dire. So go ahead and roll that d6. Oh, this is nasty.
Do I roll d6 to start?
No, we've always done it after, so I'm just okay. So now let me roll your challenge. Mark burn to contest.
Yeah, no problem.
And let me grab the space station dice real quick.
The people dice.
Space station. There we go. 3d8. There we go. And it's a d6 added on top of that.
And it's +6?
Yes. Looks like a 12 for you.
Yep. All right. So D6 call sign. I am both infiltrating and in close assault. So commando and the other one, scout, both apply. So there's 2 more D6. Actually, there's a D8s now. I forgot.
We quick cut to Captain Eclipse. She always gets off of her flight. Why does she want to get pilot?
Command die of D8 as I'm like convincing people, talking. I'm like, no, it's like costume change, of course.
That's adorable.
Wait, let me see if I can pull up a costume change. Costume change as I'm like ordering people around, acting like I'm the person in charge, and like someone like, oh wait, okay, is this part of the mission? Okay, all right, this is like they're acting on their feet basically. I will spend another burn to add my operations die as well.
Okay.
And I shall spend, let's see, a weapons charge to add, +1d4.
Okay.
And let's see, yeah, why not? I'll spend another bond with Rakul to add their call sign of d6.
Call sign. Okay.
D6.
That is an array of dices.
R5 shoots you a chain code for
Yeah.
credentials.
Yep. Yeah. I got 15 total.
15 is enough to beat your target number of a mere 12. So good work. And you're currently in the lead for die rolls. Right.
Plus, I have seized.
You have seized. You successfully seized. You have the space station on lock. It is not going to be part of our. Oh, that's a cool new pick. Of our finale. Wow. Rakul.
Okay, so the dangers. I guess I need to seize to achieve the mission. We need to seize the freighter, right?
Yep.
Okay, and that's destroying the freighter,
quote unquote, destroying.
So let's see. I'm gonna do. That is a D6 for call sign. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm seizing the freighter.
Okay.
I don't think the roll really applies here, because this is more of just a straight up taking the fight to the freighter. I'm going to roll tactical.
Oh, roll your D6, Janela.
Oh, jeez.
Right. Is it? Wouldn't I be the only one at risk?
Oh, take the risk. Take a hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
That's
I'm
fair.
like the only one on here.
Yep, it's just you.
Okay, so yeah, D8 for tactical. I will mark burn to pull in systems. I think that's sort of like detecting the weak point in this freighter, where to target, and specifically target for the door gunner, which I'm also going to burn. And that's one of our intrepid rebel Marines. We come up alongside the engine, and they're just into the side of the engine,
because you're in the U-wing, right? So
yeah.
Ooh,
the space Huey.
I love it. That's awesome.
And I will also use one of my bonds with Hound, because I think Hound's struggling with the docking web is what's kind of giving me the advantage to do this, right? They're distracting. Hound's distracting the main weapon systems, and actually, I'm gonna preserve my 2 commendation dice for the finale.
Okay.
What am I rolling against?
This is perilous, and you're rolling against a 14.
You also have that D10. I don't.
Yeah, you have a D10 advantage die.
Oh,
You
I
have to use that. That goes away.
Oh, if I don't use
it goes away at the end of the battle.
You can use it in the finale.
You can, whenever you want. You can give it to someone else, and you get a bond for that. But after this battle, that D10 advantage die goes away.
Right. Oh, I'm saving that for the finale.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, here we go. Ciao. That is a number.
That is a 14. It's a meet or beat, right?
I
6, 5, and 3. You just meet it. Yeah, you meet or beat. Yep. So you succeed. Wow, that was close. Squeak. You do not suffer, but you don't win the glory. So let's Hound. Anything more you wanted to add in your conflict against the docking web where you suffer?
Yeah, I think that the docking web actually grabs my B-wing and kind of immobilizes it and starts to pull it in. But Tags, kind of gets away. Like it grabs me, but not Tags.
Cool. And Tags, of course, she's like, I'll circle back. It'll be fine. I'll get you free. Don't worry, Hound. Sweet. Then let's move up the chain. Rakul, you were headed toward dealing with the freighter to capture it with bombs or something. Anything more you want to narrate on that?
Yeah, so we lay into the engines with the side shooting ion blaster, but I think there's maybe Rakul was counting too much on Hound actually getting the docking web disabled, and so the weapons do turn, and because I did take a hit, and the U-wing kind of shudders, and I have to break off, and Birdie breaks into my comms and makes fun of me. Rakghoul, you're never gonna make it.
Maybe you don't have that potential. That's great. And then any more narration for Stardancer taking control of the space station?
Of course, I get like
Yeah,
final
what you got?
narration, right?
Yeah,
It's like
you do.
I'm coming across people and I'm convinced, a lot of fast talking. But then like I encounter like a security squad as like, like let me check this in. And I'm like, you don't need to call this in. And get some like, I'm like, oh shit, it works. So my training has paid off. As like, we don't need to check this in. And like that's how like we end up taking command of the bridge or central hub.
Nice. Cool. So because you guys won the threat here, oh no, the finale, I said it. Okay. Yeah. So the freighter is trying to escape at this point, heading
and I
to
set
Imperial
the domain,
space.
though, right?
Because you set the domain. Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna say command.
Okay.
Command is the domain.
That makes sense.
Two of us have
your
8.
wheelhouse. Cool. All right. So that is a good one. So here's what's going on in our finale. The freighter now is going to break away from the X-Wings and just try to hop into hyperspace.
And I choose the stakes of the finale, right?
Yes. What are the stakes?
I mean, I guess like the ultimate fate of the opponent. I guess like the freighter gets destroyed.
Okay. So it is about destruction. You're not changing the rules to. Okay.
I'm gonna follow my lieutenant's orders. Destroy the freighter.
She loves you for that. She's so happy. I thought you guys weren't gonna follow my lead, but you did. It's great.
Yeah.
Sweet. Destroy the freighter. So the freighter is a challenge of a 6 + 6, a 12. Let's go from the latest roll up, which means Hound.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it, cut the engines, let it pull me in, and right as it gets in close enough with that docking web, I'm going to unleash my torpedoes. I think the docking web would prevent them from actually targeting anything, but if I'm close enough, I can see if I can hit the fuel. Right?
Oh, that's so wicked.
Yeah. So that's a D6 for call sign. I'm gonna say this isn't craft combat, but I'm gonna say it's close assault.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
It's close enough. It isn't one or it's the other, so I'm good with that.
And it's command. And I'm going to add in the charge for my weapons and flechettes, flechette torpedoes, just because, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to add in my commendation for quick thinking, and which is another D8. And I'm going to add in burn for tactical, which is a D6. And because I want it, I'm going to add in another burn for systems just to load everything up. Because I think basically, normally you couldn't launch torpedoes that are this close. So I deactivate their proximity alert kind of thing. And I think I'm good there. That's a lot of dice. And what kind is this, perilous or?
Oh, great question. I think what you're doing sounds pretty daunting.
So I spend a charge, which means I will roll a D6 after this, whether I succeed or fail, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I got a 6 and a 4. I got 4 1s. So let's see. I think I got 11.
Oh, you did not beat it.
I didn't.
Oh, you suffer twice in a row.
Yep.
Man, things just falling apart for you here. It's so, you're going to suffer again.
So I suffer twice. So I roll 2d6, right?
Yeah.
So let's roll a d6, and that comes up as a 6, which is tags. And I'll roll it again.
What the? Oh, I told her, I said I was coming back for you.
And 3 is me. Well, that makes
Oh,
sense.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I think Tags gets hit when she's coming back in to try to free you from the docking web, right? She takes a couple shots, but
Of course.
you fire off those proton torpedoes and narrate if you have otherwise, but I'm thinking they like punch in, but they don't detonate, right? That's the failure, is there was some kind of proximity that you maybe didn't turn off. Does that sound?
I think basically they're flechette torpedoes, so I think that they puncture and fuel's leaking, but it didn't ignite.
That's cool. I like that. Yeah. Into it. Sounds good. Let's move up the chain to Rakul. You get to set this one up.
Okay, so Rat Ghoul is, let's see, we just have to take the ship. So Rat Ghoul is, I think that the same idea, right? Laying into these fuel tanks along the side of the ship. And let's see. So I do have a D8 now. I've taken enough glory that my call sign is a D8.
Congratulations.
I don't have a roll here. I don't think my roll works. I'm trying to think what else I could do. What could I do? I know. Not going for the fuel tanks. I'm hacking into the ship's reactor to overload it, and have it detonate itself. So that brings in the D6 for combat systems. That allows me to burn the sensors as well for a D4. I just double click that. Didn't mean to. This was a command, correct? Domain is what we went with.
That was what was set by Janella. Yes.
Yeah, and so I think that fictionally, I think I'm coordinating a little bit with Lucky. Like, Lucky, I need you to cut off these particular interconnects to let me hack in here.
Affirmative. I'm on it.
Obviously, spending a burn to bring in my systems die, and then I'm going to also burn one of my charged things with for passion. I'm going to burn that to bring in tactical D8. Did I do that? No, I didn't. And then I will spend one. I will spend my bond with Birdie. So that's
better you know yourself, Birdie.
Yeah, I think I may be bragging a bit to Birdie while I do this, and I will burn my D10 advantage as well, because else I'll lose it, right?
Yeah,
that's a lot of dice, high number. I'm keeping my commendation.
Question.
Yes.
When birding bonds with NPCs, what do you get?
Oh, that's a great question. I'll say you get a D8.
Okay.
Oh, a D8. Okay. Did I even add that in? I didn't think I did. Because I have 2D6. Oh gosh. Because I did bring in my roll and my command. So yeah, I get a D8 on top for Birdie.
And I'll update the stuff, because that's a really good question that I just play without a net.
That's an 18-19.
Wow, that is a heck of a roll to beat there. That is a nice roll, Rakul. You're definitely successful.
Is this daunting, perilous?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Extreme.
Hold on, let me roll a D4.
Baja Blast.
It's a Baja Blast. It is a daunting thing. So roll a D6. Somebody's taking a hit. I rolled a D4 to see which task it was. Sorry.
No problem. All right. That is a 4, which I think is me.
Oh, that's perfect.
Because I think that takes me out of the battle.
I think it was your first hit. Hound took a hit before.
No,
I don't think
I
you've taken a hit.
I took a hit when I was doing the C's. Yep. So I'm out.
Oh, you're
I think
out.
that means I don't get glory, right?
That's not cool. I don't like that at all. That doesn't feel
Down
right.
in a blaze of glory. I mean, come on.
I guess so.
Well, Joe builds her roll. I'll look up I'll look up an egg.
Okay.
It is. Look, not gonna lie, it's confusing. All right. So
I don't think it exists in Aegon because this whole roll of thing for the freighter to get attacked.
That's Storm Furies.
That doesn't exist. Yeah, that's totally Storm Furies. And
so what's the target number, Rich? Because we're all trying to destroy.
12.
Okay, 12. What's it going to be? Dire, perilous, daunting?
I'm gonna roll a d4 again because
here's what's going on with me. We're having the station fire all its weapons at the freighter.
Daunting.
Spend charge to contest.
Whoa.
So yeah. So I guess in this case, somebody else would get caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, that makes total sense to me.
Okay. I shall spend a charge to contest, obviously, because I want to roll. So afterburner, goodbye. Call sign D6. Infiltration, intelligence gathering. I'm still like, hey, yeah, no, this is totally part of the plan. Like, orders came in, and still close assault. I don't know. Does boarding action still count in this? I'm still on board.
I don't think so. Like, you've taken over. You seized it.
Okay, I'll take one D8 out. Sure. So that's a D6 and a D8. Command is currently D8. I will spend my charge of sensor jammers to send out a thing to jam, to get a D4. I will spend my last bond with Rackle to get his D8 because he's got a higher call sign now. And then I will spend a burn, get an advance, bump one of my D8s up to a D10.
Oh my goodness, you're so close to dead. This is scary.
It's not dead. It's washed out. There's a difference. And then add that D10 to the roll. So let's see. Call sign, 1 roll, 2 domains, somebody else's call sign, and a D4. Roll. So 7 and 5 plus 2. So 7 and 7. So 14 total. Nobody was beating 19, I don't think, but
yeah. Okay. That means that there is 12 glory going to Rakghoul, 1 glory going to Hound, and 6 glory going to Star Dancer. Hound, we did talk about the flechette rounds, right? Is there anything more you wanted to stick on the narration here?
No, I think that's good. Other than, there's leaking fuel.
Oh yeah, we totally need leaking fuel. That sounds great. Cool. Then let's move up the ladder. Star Dancer. What does your success look like?
Oh yeah, I'm ordering. There's a lot of confusion and chaos going on. Maybe some fighting going on the bridge of this station. But enough people have been confused and convinced, and I've been doing some stuff with the targeting computers that all of the rockets. And I will have to roll a D6 to see who gets hit out there, or a D4, I guess.
Yeah.
As all the missiles and the lasers are getting fired at the freighter now.
Yep.
As opposed to all the
it's crazy
Starfighters.
hectic.
So let me roll that D6. Or should I? Well, I rolled a 3, so let's see. Hound gets taken out too.
Yep. Okay. Crazy. So let's this sounds amazing. But Rakghoul, so how do we want to handle this? You won the contest, but you're taken out during it.
I think it's that. I mean, it's how you end a Star Wars movie is with a really big explosion, right? And so that the hack is successful, and we see the blue glow at the center of this freighter's lattice thing, and it just does that silent,
yeah.
And suddenly Rackle realizes that he didn't like calculate how close he was to the freighter, and like slams the shields, and just like there's just like this rioting, this wave out from the explosion, and all the lights are beeping. R5's doing like the astromech spinning head thing. They're slamming the doors in the back to, but it's like the whole engines go dark, and we're just all the lights go out on the U-wing.
Oh, nice. I like that. Good. You guys win the day. Let's quickly, so that we don't have to wait a whole week, let's quickly go through expressions, and then we'll handle commendations, and then we'll call it at that point. So let's go from right to left doing expressions. Generally, you get to add an expression to each pilot, including yourself.
Let's see. For Hounds, I want to say Wrath, because they were charging right up there, trying to fire those missiles right into the boarding, like the tractor beam type thing. For Rakghoul, I want to say Courage. He's so we can charge that, because like again, like he went down in a blaze of glory. He was like, all right, I'm already hit, but we got to do this. It's for the mission. And then,
Nice.
Yeah.
And when you charge for yourself.
Oh, I do myself. Okay. Hey, I followed command. I listened to Lucky. I wanted to take the ship, but I went for the station instead.
Nice. You charge duty. Okay. Hound expressions.
I'm going to do duty for Rakghoul, and I'm going to do courage for Janella, and I'm going to take duty for myself.
Perfect. And then Rakghoul.
So what happens if we fill out somebody's already charged track? I guess that doesn't work.
I assume it'd just be one more on their charge track.
Let's see. I'm gonna give let's see. I'm gonna give Janella bravado. It takes a certain bravado to impersonate all those officers and just be like, I'm taking control of the space station. And I'm gonna give courage to Hound, because disabling the proximity fuses on your flechette torpedoes inside your B-wing inside of a net is just crazy, because there's no crazy expression. So we're going with courage. And then I will give myself duty, because I completed the mission. We destroyed the freighter.
You did. You complete the mission even though you had other ideas. Wonderful. All right, now let's quickly take care of commendations. So we've done our expressions. Commendations. Each pilot may claim a commendation from Captain Eclipse based on their hot performance. And I think it's going to be, so here's how I think it's going to go. It's going to go a D10 for our ultimate victor, Rakghoul, and a D8 for Star Dancer, and a D6 for Hound. Hound had a rough go at it. So, what do you want to call your D10, Rakghoul?
I don't know. Come back to me. I'm gonna think about it.
Okay, cool. Do you have an idea for Star Dancer for your D8?
I was gonna ask, what is Juno Eclipse saying about us? She's given this to us.
I mean, she's overall pleased that you successfully completed the mission. She's impressed by the ingenuity of boarding the station, but she does make a little kind of passive-aggressive statement about you spend a lot of time off of your Starfighter to get these missions done. Yeah, I think that's her general. You were successful. You did it. Also, she informs you guys that during the accommodation that if you had taken any longer, if you hadn't succeeded in getting there so quickly, there was a contingent of droid starfighters that were on their way. It would have been a whole nother threat coming at you guys that you avoided through success of being quick.
I'm gonna say reckless. I guess I don't know.
Nice. Reckless is fun. And then what about Hound for your D6?
I'm gonna call that as expected.
Oh, that's harsh. Okay. Then that takes care of that. Greg, if you think of it in the intervening time for what to stick to your D10, that is cool, but we'll leave it empty for now because we are past time. Recovery,
3
everybody.
burn. That's
Yeah,
easy.
recover 3 burn, everybody, as long as it's before burnout. And all your StarCraft will be repaired. We'll do social to start off the next.
I'm gonna go with promising.
Just get a narrative advance, right?
Oh, did you get an advance from
No, I'm asking. I'm being not subtle. I'm like, hey, give us another advance.
Oh,
Just so I can have below the line stuff.
You guys finish your 3rd hop? Sure. Go ahead and everybody gets to take 1 more advance just because we're flying without a net as it is anyway. And I think you guys are going to burn out anyway. So,
Hell yeah.
Thinking of promising, but is there a better term for that? Like that, officer potential, but I'm already an officer. So like high command potential or
rising star.
rising star. That's great.
Especially since it's like Star Dancer and like you're the rising star. Yeah, that's some cool stuff. Sweet. We'll bring this session to a close because we're over time. So thanks everybody for another fun bit of RP and then a frantic bit of a bunch of dice rolling. Yay. And I'll stop the recording here.